You mentioned that you've lived and worked across several countries and you have a global perspective on real estate. So are there any issues or themes that stand out to you that are synonymous across the globe?
Yes. Think about how much of the global population voted this year. And with a vote and with political change is capital flow changes. And, we think about where countries are investing, where they're not. Think about the last time we had a Trump, presidency, we had onshoring. That had huge impacts on the industrial sectors. All of a sudden, they're wanting to do things themselves. We had different tariffs put in place, tax treaties, agreements and disagreements between countries. So I'd say geopolitical trends right now, there's so many of them, and they are hugely impacting the built environment, whether we recognize them immediately or if we're going to slowly see them coming out in different ways, they will. Demographic changes are huge. We globally have an aging population. There is way more demand for healthcare, senior living homes, how we view those, how we interact with those, what people are looking for in those experiences is changing. The growth of AI and what AI means, again, not to go into it over and over again, but there's so many different ways about how it lets us work office-wise, how it lets us work in terms of industrial, even, how your hotel is run. And then it flows down and every sector has then more direct, clear implications of it. And then within that, different regions feel it in different ways. But there's definitely fundamentals that we're seeing across the board.
Excellent. And I think you are the first one on this podcast to mention the T words. But we can't escape it. It is our reality. It's going to be our reality for the next only 4 years, I hope. For legislation. But I think you're right. We have to be conscious about what's happening around us.